I'm Shade, and I make games. And this is how you get started making games. First, you need to have an idea ready, and then you search up how to make a game. How do I make game? Looks like I need something called a game engine. Free game engine. Let's check out Godot. Then download the game engine you want to use. In this case, I'll be using Godot. I recommend Godot for all beginners because it's easy to learn. Its code is very simple and easy to follow, and there's a lot of documentation, tutorials, and a wonderful community. Now that you have your game engine downloaded, it's time to get started. When you start, you'll be greeted by a blank empty screen, and you may not know what to do after this. What you should do is make assets. How do I make assets? Well, you don't have to make them. There are many assets available on itch.io for free, but if you want to make the assets yourself, you can use many free softwares like Blender, Pixelorama, or even GarageBand on macOS. Making assets for me is definitely the longest part of game development. What I'd recommend you do is make a couple assets first, implement them into your game, and then go back and forth. So now that you have assets, it's time to get to work, except you don't know how to code. And this is where I give you guys some advice. Don't just work on the game as a whole. There are a lot of mistakes I've seen where people ask, how do I make an RPG? Or how do I make a horror game? And what they should be asking is, how can I make a character move? And how can I make a character interact with certain objects? For example, this clip is from my scrapped game, Therapist Simulator, where I made a test room to test all the different features, like 2D player movement, interactions, and changing scenes using doors. It is important to note that I didn't know how to code any of these features, and all I did was research it and figure it out through tutorials and documentation. The more you do this, the more you pick up on certain things and you'll actually learn as you go. So, go out there and make your game. That's all. Bye.